everyone, my name is Alyssa and welcome back to my channel. My channel's name is Lisham and I make clay things. Today I have a couple things to make. I got to make strawberry bear, frog, and rabbit. So I thought I would just bring you along through the process of, making my little clay things for my Etsy shop. I'll put the link in the description. But yeah, I'm like super happy that people are buying my things. I really like the rabbit and frog, so I'm just very, very happy that people like it and are buying it, It'd be so cute if all my friends had one, I'm just saying. I'm going to make those things today, and then I also thought that I would talk about friendship because I watched this really cool video between it was like a talk between Trevor Noah and I forgot the other guy's name, but basically they're really smart and they're talking about how friendship is really important these days, especially when we live in such a digital age. So I think I want to talk about those things while I make the clay stuff today. So thanks for coming along and watching another video. So my bangs are back because I cut them with scissors the other day. It's not straight, please don't judge me. But I periodically cut my hair just because I want to. So yeah, I hope that you guys are excited. I'm excited. Let's get into it. Okay, bye. So as you can tell, I'm like trying to figure out how I'm gonna film. I want to film the overhead shots with my camera, so I've been like trying to figure out how I can like keep them up there, It's kind of cool looking. But anyways, I have to make more white clay if I want to make more white bears and stuff. So I'm going to take this clay and mix it with Sculpey Primo just to add some firmness and some smoothness. You know the drill. I'm going to mix some clay while also talking to you guys. I have my notes typed out here, but basically what I wanted to talk about was friendship. So according to Google, friendship is a voluntary, long-lasting relationship between people that is characterized by mutual affection, trust, and concern for each other's needs and interests. So I think friendship these days, people are always like complaining about being lonely, saying that they don't have enough friends. I think the issue, as with many things these days, always comes down to social media. Like, it screws up people's perceptions of what reality is. So it's not the most healthy thing. But basically, friendships can solve a lot of things. It's super important because it can improve things like your health, community, your mental being. There's all these benefits of like having friends. So, it's a lot easier said than done making friends. So I just want to give some tips on how I view friendship and how I maintain my friendships. Not to say that I'm better than the average person. I'm not. Like, definitely have had some bad experiences, but it's those experiences that have really shaped my view and perspective on things. So take everything with a grain of salt. Some things that have worked for me might not work for you. So yeah. But to break it down on why I think friendship is so important, scientifically, for your health, it promotes healthy brain activity, just like socializing with people. And then people usually encourage you to go out, right? Leave your house. So that's another way for you to get physical activity, by having friends to hang out with. And then community, like when something goes wrong, you always want to have people that who can pick you up, or likewise, you can pick other people up, but it's always important to have those relationships. So personally, how I make friends, or how I've made the friendships that I have, some of them are really spontaneous. I made a couple of friends in college, like just by saying hi to them in class every morning. I would just go up to them and be like, hey, what are you working on? And ask them simple questions like that. And generally, people are really receptive. And I understand it's really scary to put yourself out there and like reach out to random people, but I found that most of the time people are nice, like 9 out of 10 people. Sometimes you get the people who are just having a bad day, but I wouldn't take it personally, A lot of the times people aren't even like thinking about you, so it's worth a shot if you're scared to go up to random people. It also takes practice, you know, like I still get nervous, like my heart beats really fast, but I find at the end, like maybe like 10 minutes into the conversation, that I start to relax. Another way to just like find things to talk about with people is like notice what they're wearing. Usually people will wear their interests or wear what they like. So for example, like my dress has cherries. It sounds dumb, but you could literally go up to me and be like, oh, I like your dress. Do you like to eat cherries? I feel like that'd be so funny if someone went up to me and asked me that. And then I would just say like, oh, I do like cherries. And then you can continue the conversation on from there and talk about anything that you like. But yeah, or even better, I have cat earrings on right now. And I do love cats, so that's another thing to talk about. But yeah, don't be too hard on yourself to make friends super fast and super well. I feel like, you know, people will come and go. Sometimes you'll strike a chord, and sometimes you'll like find someone that you really connect with. So don't be too hard on yourself to make things happen immediately. The other big thing that I wanted to talk about was trust. Like, how do you maintain friendships? How do you build those super strong connections? How do you get past the surface level conversations with people? And I think part of that, you have to just be open to being very vulnerable with people. Like in the video that I was watching with Trevor Noah, he said, oh, actually the host that he was talking to said, you can only build trust by asking for it rather than offering. So to allow someone the opportunity to help you, or even just to be with you when you're at your most vulnerable, is something that they should appreciate and you should appreciate. That sort of intimacy can form a solid bond and trust that when your life is not going perfectly well or when it's going sour, you have someone there to rely on and they will be there for you. We also like can't expect people to know when we're feeling that way, so like the action of asking also takes some like awareness on your part to know that you need someone. And even if it's like not even a severe thing, like I don't know, death in the family, that's pretty severe. It doesn't even have to be something like that. It could just be like, oh, I don't feel well today, or you know, I feel really down about this job interview that I didn't get, or etc. It's nice, and people are honestly like so generous and willing to give their time to you. I know it can be scary asking, because what if you get rejected, you know? But just think about like you'll find those experiences when people can actually give you their time and attention, that it really means a lot to you and to them. It's sort of like a bonding moment. So yeah, I would say building trust in your friendships is also really important. The other thing I wanted to talk about is how to keep friendships. So a lot of the times we take our friends for granted, you know, we see them like once a year. Which for some people it's just because, you know, distance or whatever, like things get in the way. But I honestly think that we should be valuing our friendships more and building that sort of community that we had before everyone had a phone. I think the phone takes away the necessity to see people in person. And I still think like we need that face-to-face connection. So just because we have our phones and can like call someone at any time doesn't mean that we're actually getting quality time with them. So I would say if you can, like reach out to your friends, ask them to hang out. It's better to ask than to wait and like eventually never go. So that's one of the ways that I would suggest keeping in touch with your friends. Just ask, and ask a lot. even if that makes you feel clingy. And then second, I think everybody should practice this, like show appreciation, whether that just being telling your friends, oh, thank you so much for coming out today, like I really had a good time, or buying them a small gift or writing them a letter once in a while. I think those moments are really touching to me. I try to do that with my friends, like I write them letters just spontaneously, and they really take it to heart. they really like it because, you know, they're my honest feelings, and not a lot of people do that these days. But those are my 2 things to improve / keep your friendships. Like, just reach out more often and show appreciation. It's, I think, very simple. So yeah, I don't mean to get too preachy. I understand that, like, I'm lucky to live, you know, near my friends and be able to walk over and see them. But I think in general, people should prioritize friendships more. People put too much emphasis on the romantic relationships. They expect them to be there for everything, which in reality it's so hard for one person to take control of all of that. So I really suggest, you know, like, try to meet new people, and I understand it's really hard, but I think it's a necessary thing if everybody wants to live a long and happy life. So yeah, if you have any like ways that you reach out and keep your friends, or any fun stories, leave it in the comments, because I would love to read it. Or if you want to be friends with me, you can DM me on Instagram and we can chat for a little bit. So yeah, anyways, the clay is almost done being mixed. I feel so bad every time I go on these like preachy rants, every time I preach to the camera, but honestly, like, these are just messages that I really want people to hear, or like even myself going, you know, if I like get into a negative fit or something, I can watch these videos back and remind myself of what's really important. So yeah, thanks for listening. Let's get back to clay stuff. I'm so beautiful without you. Now my skin glows and it shines like glue. I'm pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. I get my beauty sleep without you. No more nicotine turning my hands blue. I'm pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. Feeling lonely was hard, but it was all for the better. Taking care of myself, haven't done that in forever. No mascara under my eyes since you left with your life. No makeup on my sleeve, now I can't keep it together. I'm so beautiful without you. Now my nails can grow and I bought new shoes. I'm pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. Pretty without you. Feeling lonely was hard, but it was all for the better. Taking care of myself, haven't done that in forever. No mascara under my eyes since you left with your life. No makeup on my sleeve, now I can't keep it together. I loved and I lost what's left of my heart. I'm saving for the future. And in the meantime, I'm all for me time. Feeling good and looking cuter. It's a brand new day, and I actually forgot to film all of the glazing parts, but I'll show you guys what I made last night. So I finished making all of these little rabbits. These are up in my shop. You can go check them out. They're usually paired with these little frog guys. I like to keep them together because I think they're like cute little buddies. They also have like a similar design where they're sitting. So I made those bunnies. And then the other things in my shop, these strawberry bears. They're just nice and cute. You can go check them out there. I really like this one because the strawberries have like a sort of gradient. I think they're so cute. And then in terms of new things, my cousin asked me to make her a capybara. So I made her a capybara with an orange on its head. And another new thing that I workshopped were some fall items. So I made this bear with a little pumpkin on his head. And then I made these golden pumpkin earrings. They're super small. But yeah, those are the things I made. Now today I have to pack all these orders. So I'll show you guys how I pack these orders. So I've just written down everyone's orders. A couple of people have bought 2 items, which is super nice. So I'll get to packaging. I have a bunch of packaging supplies that I got off of like Amazon. I'll link in the description what I use. I use these like bubble mailers to, are these called bubble mailers? I use these packages to protect the clay items. I also wrap them in plastic, in these little plastic bags I got from Daiso. They come in like a 75 pack. So yeah, I'll just show you guys how I package my items and how I send them out in the mail. So let's get to it.
Throughout the years, in all my sorrow and in all my fears, I'm calling out for you. I'm calling out for you.
I realized that I didn't film an outro for this video, so here it is. Thank you so much for coming along. I love you guys, and tell your friends that you love them. I'll see you in my next video. Subscribe and maybe comment something that you think is helpful for other people who are struggling to make friends. I love the YouTube community. We're doing great, being supportive of one another. Anyways, bye!